You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about sports in the state of Michigan? You've got the truth, all right. Can you handle the truth? Find out right now on the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, the show that detects and provides truth, research, and statistics about the Tigers, Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Wolverines, and Spartans. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast and listen to it in audio form wherever you get your podcasts. Follow it on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and like its Facebook page. Also check out our website, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast.code80x.me, and donate to the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast for Autism on GoFundMe, and know the truth. I'm Taylor Phillips, your Michigan Sports Truth Detective. What you're about to witness is the pinpointing it and truth detecting of all Michigan sports, as it is every episode. So our disclaimer reads, this podcast is hosted by someone who has autism. If you're arrogant and disrespectful, don't even bother commenting. Keep your thoughts to yourself and never tell the host what to do. So we're going to talk about the Michigan Wolverines football team program hiring a new and much better head coach, Kyle Whittingham. The Lions getting officially eliminated. Plus, we'll touch a little bit on the Pistons and the Red Wings. First off, again, the Wolverines hire Kyle Whittingham. He won't coach at the Citrus Bowl against the Texas Longhorns. It's not because it's not fair. Big Biff Poggi will serve as the interim head coach for fired Sharon Moore. It's the rule is, I'm thinking it's only fair if the interim head coach serves the rest of the season as interim head coach before they hire a new one for the next season. But I want to dive a little bit deeper into Kyle Whittingham. Man, his resume represents an incredible run with one of the steadiest programs in history. Since taking over Utah for Urban Meyer in 2005, the hard-nosed coach Whittingham went a sparkling 177-88, a 177-88 record with 8 different 10-win seasons, including the current campaign. As impressive as the facts and statistics are, Whittingham's best attribute for Michigan might be who he is and not what he is. He's a damn good football coach, but it's been a long time since a program just needed an adult in the room to come in and clean up a mess. You'd be hard pressed to find anyone in college football who fits the description better than Whittingham. So Whittingham is a guy who does not get into any trouble, and he can coach a football team in the NCAA level, Division I level. Had an undefeated season with the Utah Utes, and he's very well respected. And this paragraph here on the score right here, it says it's the offensive side of things where the Whittingham hire should excite fans the most, especially if Jason Beck is joining him. Yeah, as an offensive coordinator. Yeah, and Matt Zenitz of CBS Sports reported Friday that Whittingham will attempt to bring Jason Beck, not the Tigers beat writer, but the Utah offensive coordinator, with him as offensive coordinator for the Michigan Wolverines.
Beck coach quarterback Devin Dampier very, very well. And now he can, if they hire Beck, Beck can try to coach and develop Bryce Underwood to a higher level. So we're going to keep our eyes on that, and hopefully that happens. And I think it's possible. I think it's possible that Whittingham brings Jason Beck with him as offensive coordinator. So I think the Wolverines thus far, their football program is on the right track. It's a good hire by athletic director Ward Manuel. Good hire by Ward Manuel, the athletic director. It's proving that he can still do his job. So, Wolverines and Longhorns, New Year's Eve. That's this upcoming Wednesday at 3 on ABC, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Well, of course, let's get this out of the way. On the Lions lowdown game recap. Well, 6 turnovers by the Lions as they lose to the Minnesota Vikings 23-10 at US Bank Stadium. Yes, the Lions had a good opening drive, but it was halted by a phantom false start call penalty on them, which should have been offsides on the Vikings, but it might have killed momentum, but the Lions had to punt it away, of course. But really, the Vikings punted on their next possession. They punted 2 times with that in between. But the Lions, man, 6 turnovers. Look at this. 6 turnovers, right? Yes, 6 turnovers. As I share the screen here. Yeah, they were very good on fourth down, 2 for 2, 1 for 1 in the red zone, including the touchdown pass from Jared Goff to Isaac Tesla. Lions 5 penalties for 25 yards. Not very many, just a few. Vikings 3 penalties for 20. So both teams played pretty much clean football. Total yards 231. Detroit 161 in Minnesota. Wow. Their running game, 68 rushing yards total. Gibbs 41, Montgomery 25, Goff 2. 2 interceptions. Wow. Picked up by Harrison Smith and Byron Murphy Jr. Fumbles. Fumbles. There we go. 4 lost fumbles. Wow. 3 of them by Goff, 1 of them by Gibbs. Yeah, the offensive line is just not helping them out, but Goff needs to scramble, and he did once. Sometimes he scrambles, other times he doesn't. It's just not consistent enough. So Goff needs to just be quicker, think faster, scramble faster, scramble more often when you don't have a good offensive line. and I will pin most of this on the most of each of their last 3 losses on the offensive line, especially like almost all of their losses on the offensive line. Just the Lions just embarrassed themselves. They really did. And then Dan Campbell in the post-game press conference made quite a few excuses, like things come up, the effort's there. What's he talking about? Things come up. That's what kind of excuse is that? Your team did not play well, and Campbell this time usually pins losses on himself and his team, but in that loss he didn't. He just made Campbell just made blank excuses, blank excuse after blank excuse, blank excuse after blank excuse. Just that's not Dan Campbell. That is not grit. The Lions showed very little grit, very little passion, very little smarts. Just they were nowhere. They decided not to show up. They decided to check themselves out of playoff contention. And they got the Bears at Soldier Field to wrap things, to wrap up the regular season. And then they got the offseason to think about what they should address. Of course, they should address the offensive line. They also need to address their secondary. Reteach their secondary some discipline after Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch, especially. Brian Branch needs to play more discipline and be more of a disciplined human being. You got to be the better person. He keeps getting himself in trouble, and then Branch gets injured. Kirby Joseph might as well miss that Bears game to confirm that he was out for the rest of the season, which nobody did. Well, I don't understand that. And that false start penalty is just very, very small. The Lions just couldn't get over it. Couldn't get over that hump. They just decided not to rise above any adversity. They just gave up. It feels like they gave up. I felt like they gave up. I felt like they gave up. They really did. So I will not even bother previewing the second Bears matchup. That's just I will post a little bit about that on social media later on. Next weekend. So that's the Lions lowdown. The Pistons beat the Portland Trailblazers 110-102, and then the Sacramento Kings 136-127. First 2 games of that road trip were wins. The Utah Jazz game, not very good at all, losing 131-129, 44 points allowed in the third quarter. That is unacceptable by the Pistons defensively. 44 points allowed right here. Their free throw shooting, 65%, 15 out of 23. That's another thing they need to work on. They really There really is. Yes, the Pistons are 24-7, but there's they still have something to clean, at least a couple things to clean up. 17 turnovers. Just turnovers. Yeah. Only 7 in the first half, but 10 in the second half. Cade Cunningham keeps doing very well. Of course, 29 points, 17 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 for 6 from 3, 10 of 19 from the field, 6 of 9 from from the free throw line. Most of their bench players had pluses, while all the starting players for the Pistons had minuses, especially Asar Thompson, minus 15, just 8 points. Asar Thompson usually plays defense very well, but minus 15 is unacceptable and uncharacteristic. Pistons head to Los Angeles to play the Clippers. Sunday at 9. And then Tuesday at 10:30, the Pistons move over to the other side of LA to play the LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Clippers game is on FanDuel Sports Network Detroit Extra. The Lakers game is on FanDuel Sports Network Detroit and Peacock and NBC. WPVN, WTOM, TV 7 and 4 in Traverse City and Sheboygan. Up here in my neck of the woods, and then and that wraps up the road trip before Thursday, New Year's Day, at home against the Beckett Little Caesars Arena at home against the Miami Heat. Thursday on New Year's Day at 7 p.m. on FanDuel Sports Network Detroit Extra. And then they're in Cleveland Sunday at 2, Sunday, January 4th at 2. Again, at Rocket Mortgage Arena in Cleveland against the Cavaliers on FanDuel Sports Network Detroit. As we take a look at the NBA team standings. Pistons 24-7, Heat 17-15, Lakers 19-10, the Clippers 13th place, 9-21. The Pistons should have 0 problems beating the whooping the Clippers on paper. They have to play better defense. They have to sharpen up their free throw shooting. They need to clean it up. They need to play 48 minutes. So those are the things that the Pistons need to work on, and that is the Pistons Post. Now tonight on As the Winged Wheel Turns, the Red Wings beat the Dallas Stars 4-3 in overtime 2 days before Christmas. Dylan Larkin, 2 goals, including the game winner in overtime, as seen on TNT. That was amazing. An amazing hockey game to watch. The Dallas Stars power play has been red hot, has been very good thus far this season, and they proved it. But the Red Wings showed resilience. That between the legs pass by Van Riemsdyk to Dylan Larkin for the game tying goal late in the third period, and then Larkin won it, of course, with the toe drag wrist shot in the slot. That was just an amazing finish. An amazing finish, an amazing win, an amazing game by the Red Wings. And then they head to Levono Center and lose badly to the Carolina Hurricanes 5-2. I mean, what the hell happened there? Let's take a look. For those that are watching in video form on YouTube and Twitch and on Instagram Live at Michigan_Truth, and you can watch and follow it on Twitch Live at Michigan Sports Truth, and on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Dylan Larkin, let's take a look at him. -4. Just terrible. He lost an edge. Fans thought Larkin was taken down prior to one of the Carolina goals, but Larkin just lost an edge. I thought I saw very little contact, if any at all. You just slip and fall. You gotta keep your footing. You gotta keep your skating. Dylan Larkin did not skate well. Too much in the hockey game in Carolina at Levono Center. Rasmussen got a goal. John Leonard got a goal. Man, John Leonard, I think, has three NHL goals on the year for. Yeah, Leonard's done at least decent. Maybe in terms of scoring goals, he's done great, Leonard. But Lucas Raymond a -4. I want to take a look at Horace McMorris's advanced stats on Dylan Larkin. At 5-on-5, last 12 games, just 1 goal and /1 point, a -7, 2 goals for, 9 goals against. With him on the ice at 5-on-5, Patrick Kane, 5-on-5 the last 12 games, 6 games played, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points, a +10. 10 goals for and 0 goals against with him on the ice at 5-on-5. And Kane is 9th in the NHL in points per 60 minutes the last year. Previously. So, and Kane topped a rink at 100% goals for the Kane Cop to Brinkett lineup, 94.2 minutes. That's the number one line in this NHL line stats chart for the top lines for each NHL team. Red Wings, Golden Knights, Panthers, Maple Leafs, Stars, Blues, and then Stars again, and then Sabres. Wow. Goals for per 60 minutes, 7.64 for Kane, Cop, and DeBrincat. Goals for, 12. Goals against, 0. 12-0. Caden Cop and DeBrincat have been winning 12-0 in their last 11 games. Goals against per 60 minutes, 0. That is insanely incredible. That's crazy. And then Emmett Finney at 5-on-5 the last 30 games. 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points, a -7 at 5-on-5. 12 goals for, 19 goals against. And then Emmett Finney, his last 12 games compared to 30, just 1 goal, -7, 2 goals for, 9 goals against at 5-on-5 with him on the ice. So Lucas Raymond at 5-on-5 last 12 games, just 3 assists, no goals, -4. Four goals scored, 8 goals allowed with him on the ice at 5-on-5. Dylan Larkin his last 12 games. Yeah, I showed that already. Just 21-3 high danger chances. Hurricanes dominated the Red Wings 21-3 in high danger chances. Wow. Shane Gostisbehere, a former Red Wing, the Ghost, back with the Carolina Hurricanes. Once a Carolina Hurricane, always a Carolina Hurricane, I guess. That's fine. I respect that. Because you know I'm the better man than most fans are. So, Wings 5-on-5 goals in Canes last 7 games, 4-2-3-3 goal, 4-2-3-3-4-1-3. Wings at 5-on-5 in 6 games since Kane went out, 1-0-4-1-1-1. They've won 20. They're 20-11 at 5-on-5. They've won 20-11 at 5-on-5 in Kane's last 7 games. They're losing 15-8 at 5-on-5 in 6 games since he was out. Yeah, I'm going to like and retweet this because this is very, very comprehensive stuff. So the Red Wings, taking a look at their schedule ahead. They play at home against Toronto at 7 on December 28th. That's this Sunday. That's later tonight, I think. Yep. And then the Winnipeg Jets come into town, and then a home-and-home doubleheader against the Penguins. And the Wings visit the Senators, and they're back at home against Vancouver on January 8th. Back in Canada at Montreal against the Montreal Canadiens. Got that on DetroitRedWings.com. Here, so I'll share the screen with you one more time. Maple Leafs right here. Jets, Penguins at Pittsburgh, home against Pittsburgh. At Ottawa, home against Vancouver, and then at Montreal. So, no back-to-back games in this slot area. So that is another edition of As the Wing Wheel Turns on the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Now, what did we learn? The Wolverines football program hired a head coach with a much better resume, with 0 scandals and 0 off-the-field incidents. The Lions showed 0 passion and 0 smarts and deserved to get eliminated because they got humiliated by the Minnesota Vikings analytically, although the scoreboard doesn't show it. And then the Pistons really need to improve their defense. Again, 44 points allowed against the below 500 Utah Jazz, and the Pistons also need to improve their free throw shooting. Also, the Red Wings just need to show more consistency and keep increasing their goal differential. The Red Wings at -5. They're still in first place in the Atlantic Division, 47 points, 22-14-3, but they have a -5 goal differential. But they not only do they need to start winning more consistently, but they need to win by larger margins to be good. Because otherwise they'll prove to be a more fraudulent 1 seed. And they might and coming into let's say they do make it and clinch the not only a playoff berth, Stanley Cup playoff berth, but a clinching of but also clinch the Atlantic Division. Still with a negative goal differential, like -8, -3 or so, which is not good enough. You know, the Red Wings might not have too much of a chance to make a deep playoff run unless they prove us wrong. Well, it all depends on goal differential, not just their record and not just their standings, but you got to look deeper into the standing statistics such as goal differential. So that's everything we've learned in this episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Like its videos and turn on all notifications on the bell icon. Click or tap on live to find its latest full episodes. And check out its shorts videos. Also watch it live and follow it on Twitch at Michigan Sports Truth. Listen to it in audio form on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music /Audible, CastBox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and JioSaavn. Also join its Supporters Club on Spreaker, Also join its Supporters Club on Spreaker, just $2 a month. On social media, follow the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth. And on Reddit at u/Michigan_Truth. Also like its Facebook page, facebook.com/Michigan Sports Truth. And on Patreon, patreon.com/Michigan Sports Truth. The podcast website is the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast.codeadx.me, codeadx.me. And donate to the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast for Autism on GoFundMe. The goal is $2,400. So until next time, this is Taylor Phillips signing off. Remember, stay on the lookout, and we always observe and detect the truth about Michigan sports because the truth is out there in Michigan. The Michigan Sports Truth is out there. Ta-ta, hit him with a hind, power of the people, Baba Booey to y'all.
High-speed internet service provided by Cherry Capital Communications in Elk Rapids. Visual wardrobe prompts provided by Creative Embroidery of Cadillac. Statewide business endorsements go to Fox Motors, Cops and Donuts, Grand Traverse Pie Company, J&H Family Stores, Positive Chimney and Fireplace, Farm Bureau Insurance, Michigan's Adventure, Alpine Chocolate House in Manistee, Boyne City, Gaylord, Plymouth, and Sault Ste. Marie, Hudsonville Ice Cream, Grandpa's Mini Donuts, Rally House Michigan and Rally House Detroit, Tom's Food Markets, Beacon and Bridge, Fago Soda, Detroit Wing Company, Simply Delightful, JR's All-Star Haircuts for Men, Tropical Touch Spa, Main Street Rocks, G's Pizzeria, Westco, 7 Brew Coffee, Gardner White Furniture, and BC Pizza. Metro Detroit area business endorsements go to the Annex Detroit Nightclub and its Annex Angels, Geno Surf, Avenue American Bistro, Mocha Donut and Boba, the Edo Ramen House in Southfield, the Great Lakes Crossing Mall in Auburn Hills, Empire of Detroit, Modern 7 Bistro, Northville Sports Den, the Union Barber Shop in Birmingham and Ferndale, United Mobile Power Wash and Dry Ice Works in Southfield, Frothy Girl in Mortonville, Spot Truck in Dearborn and Detroit, Athletico Physical Therapy on Woodward Street in Ferndale, Detroit Pizza Company, The Blind Owl in Royal Oak, Brass Rail Detroit. Cali Tickets, call 877-225-8425 or visit CaliTickets.com. Reliance Pressure Washing, The Jagged Fork, Goodman Acker PC, Northwestern Technological Institute, Green Lantern Pizza, The Pins Bowling Center in South Lyon, Impact North in Ortonville, Vitamin Shop in Auburn Hills, Legacy Family Dental Center in Dearborn, 350 Terrace, and Hodges Subaru. Local business endorsements go to Cherry Capital Communications in Elk Rapids, The Outsider in Manistee, the Silver Dollar Pub and Grill in Roscommon, Toy Town of Cadillac and Reed City, the Landing Zone in Gaylord, The VI Grill in Suttons Bay. West Michigan massage therapist Emmeline. Visit zenwem.com. The B4 Foundation in Ithaca. Wexford Community Credit Union in Cadillac and Lake City. Jay's Sporting Goods in Gaylord and Clare. The Front Porch in Suttons Bay. Trout Town Tavern and Eatery in Kalkaska. The El Cilantro Taco Shop in Petoskey. Bay Mills Resort and Casino in Brainley. Fuel Up Nutrition in Clare. JNS Hamburg in Traverse City and Kingsley. United Food Service Solutions in Grand Ledge. Friendly Foodies in Alpena. The Asian Buffet in Cadillac and Traverse City. Luddington Meat Company. McBain Hardware. Vandry Home Furnishings in Cadillac, Houghton Lake, Big Rapids, and Traverse City. Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen in Elk Rapids. Rogers Food Center in Lake City, Everett, and Reed City. Herman Hiss and Company in Bay City. Fletcher's Pub and Texas Corners in Kalamazoo. The Michigan Theater of Jackson. Hooters in Saginaw. Anna's House in Grand Rapids. Coffee Beanery in Flushing. Merritt Speedway. Northport Pub and Grill. Northern Logistics, and Spicer's Boat City in Houghton Lake. Traverse City business endorsements go to Honest Eyes Optical, Moomer's Homemade Ice Cream, TC Man Cave, K1 Speed, Play It Again Sports, Erica Nita of Traverse City Real Estate, Yen Yoga and Fitness inside the Delamar Resort on Front Street, Firefly Kitchen and Bars, Traverse City Fun Running, Margarita's Grill, Wellbeing with Catherine Palms, Traverse City Comfort Advisor, by Comfort Center, Bayview Flooring, North Coast Golf Shop, Dockside Market, Anna Very Fine Foods, and Team Bob's Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Cadillac business endorsements go to Cadillac Grill, Cadillac Nutrition, Cadillac Horizon Books, Creative Embroidery, Michigan Coffee Company, Pro Quality Cleaners, Raven Social, Wildflower Bakery, Northern Star Event Rentals, Primo's Barbecue, Wexford Jewelers, Evolve Yoga and Fitness, Chunky Bear Coffee Roasters, The Truck Stop, Cadillac Lofts Apartments, Bigelow's Supply, The Food Mafia's Let's Roll With It Rolled Ice Cream, Evergreen Resort with Curly's Bar and Grill, G's Tanning Salon, 5-star real estate agent Stacy Zirkle, The Pine Sports Bar and Bowling Center, Pizza Plus, Chico's Taco House, Baldwin Family Healthcare, Blue Heron Cafe, The House of Hunan, Wexford Senior Care Center, Max Swings Indoor Golf, Biner's Pizza, Cabernet Peaks, The Cadillac Party Lounge, and The Sweet Shop. Lake City business endorsements go to Cuts by Melanie, the LC Tap House, Hutchinson Septic and Excavating, To the Moon Bakery, Northern Auto Lab, Hammer's Pub and Grub, Shoreline Cafe, Rustic Hog Barbecue, Pancho Villa Mexican Grill, the AL Trading Post, and the Misaki Golf Club Golf Course.